friends, what's going on, guys? My name's Kai. Welcome to oh, I look terrible. Hold on one sec. My friends, what's going on, everyone? My name's Kai. Welcome to the channel. Consider subscribing. Helps my channel grow big time. Okay, so my friends, today we are going to have an amazing day. Right now, I am just standing on my balcony here in Tokyo, Japan, and it's kind of a gray day, but it doesn't matter. We're going to have a lot of fun. So, what the plan is today? I have discovered a brand new video game store in Akihabara that I've never been to ever, and I'm astonished by it because I'm always down there. We're going to spend a little bit of time down there. I have to go to To Akihabara to pick up a couple things for the house, but after that we're going to go to Shinjuku, and I am determined to find that Gachapon machine that has a certain Gachapon that I've been looking for this entire trip. But we're also going to check out the arcade there. There's a huge, like, 5-6 story Taito arcade. So we're going to go do that. I'm going to get footage of that. That's really cool because you're actually allowed to film in that arcade. Here in Japan, you're usually not allowed to film in arcades. I think it's because there's a lot of kids around. I'm not too sure, but at that particular one, we can film at, so that's going to be awesome. I'm going to grab some yakiniku, no, not yakiniku. I'm going to grab inakari steak, and we're going to have a big hamburger covered in cheese. So delicious. But yeah, today is going to be an awesome day, so stick with me, guys. Let's go have some fun. Alright, guys, we're just about to leave the house. I just wanted to quickly give you another tiny little tour of the house. It is a little bit messy, so bear with me. But this is what, like, a Japanese apartment looks like a typical small Japanese apartment. It's very small. It's very small. All we have is we have this hallway, right? And there's a little kitchen here. And we have a bathroom, obviously. Oh, you want to know something amazing about this bathroom? Oh, it's so cool. So, we have a washer here, right? And we don't have a dryer. So I thought that you had to just hang it on the balcony. However, in the bathroom, you can probably hear it, in the bathroom is this big fan unit, right? And I thought it was just a fan for condensation and stuff, but I was completely wrong. This is a fan where you hang up your laundry in the wet room, right? Because it has the whole floor can get wet. This fan just blows hot air, right? It just like 3 or 4 yeah, it's really strong and it's really hot. It's like 3 or 4 hair dryers just blowing down. And what it does is it dries your clothes. But what is also amazing is you can turn this bathtub, this wet room, into a sauna, you know, because when you're having just a normal shower, right? Normal shower, this is right above you. So a lot of the time when you're in the shower, you have to stay 100% under the hot water because everything else is cold around it, right? But with this, you're standing in the shower and you get an amazing amount of heat and stuff like that. Also, there's a setting on the water tap, right, where it's got kind of a maximum heat for a shower that would actually be comfortable, but you can crank this thing up all the way to 60-degree water, and what you can do is you can turn that heat fan on. You can it's basically got a sauna mode, you know? So every day at the end of one of these big vlogs, I come home, I make a sauna, and I just sit in the sauna. It's absolutely amazing, absolutely amazing. And then same thing with, like, the, but actually I'm not going to show you the toilet. Toilet's kind of gross. But the toilets here are amazing. Good Lord. Here's my little room. Here's my little room. As you can see, it's just a hallway and the bathroom and the kitchen, and then my little room. Right? So I've got a lot of stuff on the bed right now, but it's really comfortable. It's really comfortable. It's small, and guys, the frickin' view is just so amazing. It's one of the greatest views I've ever seen. Very cool. Okay, now it's time to go, but I want to let you know the camera's going to be a little close to me. I can't find my selfie stick at all, and it sucks too because I have this. I bought this right before the how do I open this? I bought this right before I left for the trip, but I have no idea how to use it. I've watched YouTube tutorials, and basically I just wanted to track my face, and it won't do that. So I have no idea how to use that thing. So I think at some point today I'll pick up a new selfie stick. We've got a lot of fun stuff to do today. A lot of fun stuff. We're going to hang out in Akihabara. I know that I hang out there a lot, but that's kind of my thing. You know, I'm actually pretty known there, right? When I go into the video game stores there, the staff and everyone, oh, hey Kai, hey Kai, hey Kai. You know, it's cool. It's like a little ego boost, you know, to be in a completely different country, 10,000 kilometers away from where you live, and then walk into a store and everybody, oh, okay, Kai's here, you know, and they keep giving me free shogi games. Oh, man. And what's really cool, too, is in Retro Game Camp, my favorite retro game store in Akihabara, my art is hanging up there. And that's so cool. That's so cool. I really haven't sold that much of my art before, you know. Speaking of that, please check out my Patreon. You know, I've got great rewards, but all of the photos that I've ever taken that are like professional quality, they're all on the shop on my Patreon. So I would love, love, love for you to give me some money. Check it out, guys. Check it out. I'm sure that there's a photo or two on there that you will like, and anything... any money from Patreon goes right back into the channel, so I appreciate it. Okay, guys, we're gonna have fun. Let's get going. All right, we are out and about, but I want to show you something, guys. I've never noticed this. There's a ton of these bushes down this entire road, and they haven't bloomed all year, but I guess within the last 2 days, because I've been a little depressed, I've been stuck in my house for the last 2 days, I guess over the last 2 or 3 days, all of these things bloomed. So let me show you. Wow, that's so beautiful. Yeah, that's very cool. Everything's always changing in Japan. Yeah, as I said, I've been dealing with some of the worst depression that I've had in a very, very long time while I've been on this trip. And I have no idea why. I have no idea why, because honestly, guys, I'm the happiest I've ever been. I'm absolutely the happiest I've ever been. Everything is going great in my life. Not to like brag or anything, but I'm just trying to explain my situation. Everything is going great. I'm doing okay. I have an amazing woman in my life. I have a family that supports me. I've made amends with all of the people that I hurt during my addiction. Like, everything is great, but I always got to remember, mental health does not take a vacation. I would say I've been in Japan now for, so I've been in Japan now for 48 days. And I would say 20 of those days, I have been so depressed that I haven't been able to leave the house. That also includes when I had COVID, though. And that was like 2 weeks. But yeah, there's just days where I just can't go out. You know, I just can't go out. And everything is going great. Everything is fine. But I just can't bring myself to go out. And then when I do go out, I see all these different things that have changed. And that's nice. That's nice. Either way, guys, if you have any advice for me, let me know. You know, if you're somebody who also struggles with depression, how do you get out of it? You know, I always say the best thing to do when you're depressed is to at least go out for 30 minutes, you know? It could be a walk around the block. It could be just to go to the store. It could be anything, right? Because I find that if you go out for 30 minutes, you'll probably find something that you enjoy and you'll stay out longer than that. And I need to take my own advice, because there's days, I'm telling you, where I wake up and I just can't do it, you know? And also with live streaming, right? I love live streaming. And as a matter of fact, on one of my latest live streams, I had a long talk about my nightmares. And I was on a 16-day streak where every single night I had horrific nightmares, where I was yelling in my sleep, where I was sweating profusely, 16 days in a row. And then I live streamed that night, and I was able to talk. I was able to get like the things that were bothering me out. And that was the first night in 16 days where I didn't have a nightmare. So I really think that, you know, being able to talk, being able to socialize, being able to get stuff off my mind, and just hanging out with you guys is a really, really wonderful thing to do. But I can't even bring myself to live stream sometimes. You know, I'll have the game set up. I'll even have the stream set up and scheduled for a certain point. And then I look at it and I'm like, fuck, I can't do it today. So guys, if you have any advice for me other than going for a walk for 30 minutes, please let me know. Either way, okay, so as I said, today's gonna be a lot of fun. Right now we are right near Sugamo Station, and we're gonna jump on there and head down to Akihabara. What's really nice about, today's a Sunday, and what's nice about Akihabara on a Sunday is they close down the streets, and you can walk in the middle of the street. It's very nice, it's very nice. Okay, I will talk to you when I get there. Hey everyone, okay, I've been standing here trying to make this section of the video for about 15 minutes. I'm having a little bit of a panic attack. Not a panic attack, an anxiety attack. But I just want to let you guys know that if you are somebody who lives with anxiety, it's okay to have anxiety, right? It's okay to go out in public when you have anxiety. It's okay to have an anxiety attack in public, you know? Whenever you have an anxiety attack, think of it like a boxing match, right? Like in a boxing match, both people are going to take punches. Both people are going to get hit. Both people are going to get hurt. It's a boxing match, right? But what you can do is you can still knock out that opponent, you know? So if you are having anxiety, if you're having a panic attack, try your best to get through it. Think of it like a boxing match. You might get punched a couple times, you might get knocked down a couple times, but you can always come back with an uppercut and knock the anxiety out. All right? That's my little advice for the day. Okay, guys, I'm gonna head on to the train now. Look at this security though. Could you imagine putting one leg over and then slipping and then having that? Oh, good Lord, I can't even think about it. All right, guys, I'll talk to you soon. Okay, guys, we made it. We made it. We are up, and here comes the rain, of course. So right now, I'm at Okachimachi Station. A little bit of advice for you guys. If you're traveling to Japan and you want to learn some Japanese, a great way to kind of at least gain your bearings and understand where you are is when you're on the train, right? They always announce what station is coming up. And then when you're at the station, they announce the name of the station. And by the way, guys, if you're worried about taking the train in Japan because you don't speak English, you've got absolutely nothing to worry about. Absolutely nothing to worry about. All of it, all of the names, like there's digital boards everywhere, and they go through like 4 different languages. They go through like Japanese, Chinese, Korean, and English. So you'll have, if you're an English speaker, you'll have absolutely no problem navigating. But what I'm trying to say is whenever you get to a station and it says Okachimachi, say it. You know, say the name of the station a couple times, and then you'll start remembering things, you know? So let's say you have to travel 10 stations, then you're basically learning like 10 words, and they might not be words, but they are locations, right? So you can get your bearings doing that. Either way, guys, I am hungry, big time hungry. So right now we are heading over to Ikadari Steak. We're gonna get a nice Hamburg steak. I never really had that the first couple times that I came to Japan, but oh my gosh, it's like a brilliant beef burger, no bun, but it's got so much sauce on it, and oh, it's so good. It's so good. I'm a happy man. I had an anxiety attack, but I got through it. Oh, and I want to let you guys know too, if you guys like my bracelets, I know they're kind of divisive, but if you like my bracelets, where I get everything is here in Okachimachi. It's 1 stop away from Akihabara. You can walk to it from Akihabara in like 5 minutes, you know, it's the very next station. But yeah, if you like this, there's about, I'd say about 30 different crystal stores. There's one in particular, I don't know the name of it because it's in Japanese, but it sells the crystals for about 30-40% cheaper than everywhere else. Either way, just a little bit of advice. All right, talk to you soon. You know what, guys? I've decided to change my mind on the Ikinari steak. While it is inexpensive, you know, a nice meal there is about 12 bucks plus a Coke is like 15 bucks. I do want to stay more on budget, so I'm gonna do the worst thing that you can do while you're in Japan. Eat at a McDonald's. No, McDonald's is good, but while you're in Japan, you should experience all the other stuff. You can get McDonald's anywhere. However, McDonald's is really cheap here. I think a Big Mac meal here is like $7. So I'm gonna do that instead. And then we're in Akihabara now. Akihabara is completely closed down in the street, so that's very cool. We'll get some good shots. Unfortunately, it is pretty gray today, so not that beautiful, but we'll still have fun. I'm really excited. I was watching a what's his name? I'm interviewing him tomorrow, for God's sake. Mad Panic Gaming. I was watching one of his videos, and he showed me that a store that I walk by nearly every time that I'm in Akihabara, on the 3rd floor, is a huge video game store, and I had no idea. So we're gonna go there. Then we got to go to Don Quixote. I have to just pick up some, house stuff, bath stuff, and then after that, we are going to go to Shinjuku. Yeah, we're gonna go to Shinjuku, check out the arcade. There's a Taito station, and it's huge. It's huge. 6 stories tall. So we're gonna have a lot of fun with that. I've got my Gamaguchi, and I've got a bunch of change, so we're gonna play some games. It's gonna be fun. Either way, guys, I'm at the McDonald's right now. I'm gonna get the shaka fries. If you guys don't know what that is, I'll show you in a moment. If you're ever wondering what the menu looks like, let me show you. Oh my. Let's see, burgers, shrimp fillet, bacon lettuce burger, spicy McChicken. Yeah, pretty cool stuff. What are the Happy Meals like here in Japan? Pancakes. Uh-oh. No, back. All right, I'm just gonna get a Big Mac. I'll talk to you guys soon. All right, guys, as you can see, $8 for a Big Mac meal and extra large fries. And what's nice too in Japan is you don't need to wait at the counter. You can just sit down and they'll bring it to you. Very cool. It's very busy in here though, so I'm not gonna talk too much. All right, everyone. So that was as good as McDonald's can be, but the whole thing was only $8. So that saves me 50% of what I would have spent at Ikanari Steak. And yeah, food in Japan, at least compared to Canada, food is so cheap. Food is so cheap here. I would say that it's half the price of everything in Canada. I mean, a Big Mac meal in Canada is like $15, and I just got it for $8, That's one thing that's a very big juxtaposition for me, I can walk into a store and buy it like an A5 Wagyu steak for like $13. The same thing would be like $80 or $90 back home. Either way, guys, I am now in the heart of Akihabara. What I think I'm gonna do, I haven't done this in a little while. Unfortunately, you're not allowed to film in there, but there's a big military surplus store all the way at the top here. You guys will see that in my very first video on this series, My Life in Japan, I went there and I bought I bought something very controversial. I won't bring it up now. If you want to go check it out, it's in my playlist, the very first video. But I'm gonna go check that out, because what I'd like to buy, if I can afford it, is a canteen with like a boiling cup in it. I am going on a big adventure when I get back to Canada, and having something like that will be very helpful. Either way, guys, let's go. There's way too many people to go up there right now. Way too many people. I'm doing this on the weekend, so obviously this is going to be the busiest time. So I'll do that next time. I can't film in there anyway, so that's all right. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to quickly go to Retro Game Camp, see if there's anything new there. I doubt there is. I've been here maybe 3 or 4 days ago, so we'll go to Retro Game Camp. We'll go to Trader. And then we're gonna go to the new store that I've never been to, and apparently they have a ton of box stuff. I don't necessarily collect box stuff unless it's Nintendo 64, but maybe I can find some cheap stuff there, maybe some cheap sports titles to fill out my collection. And yeah, so let's do that. Oh, and by the way, guys, if you haven't seen the interview that I did with the owner of Retro Game Camp, please check it out. Please check it out. I worked really hard on it. It was tough for me to like get out of my shell and go up to somebody and be like, hey, I'm a YouTuber, I'd like to interview you, I'd like to do that. There's a lot of really cool stuff in that video, so I'll link that below in the description. But yeah, please check it out, guys. I'd really appreciate it. I am still on the hunt for that stupid Gachapon that I found the very first day that I got here. I feel so bad because I feel like it's probably been like phased out, but I go into every single one of these huge Gachapon stores to find it. I can't find it anywhere. I can't find it anywhere. You can't film inside the store, but you can film outside, so let me show you what they got. Yeah, they've got some really nice stuff. If you're a Pokemon fan, you're set. If you're a Mario fan, you're set. One set that's really cool here is you can get like, how do I explain it? It's like a Mario set, but it comes with, once you complete the set, it comes with all the blocks and coins and everything like that to make a really cool miniature scene. Either way, let's get going. All right, everyone. So I'm in the N64 section. And it doesn't really look like they've got anything new. You want to know something nuts, though? When it comes to what's hanging here, I have nearly every single one of them. Have it. Oh, I don't have F-Zero. Mario Party, got it. Got both copies of that. Yeah, I've basically cleaned this place out because look at the prices. Look at the prices of some of these games. Yoshi's Story for under $4. Very good stuff. But what I like to do, I even have all the accessories. Pretty cool. What I like to do though is check out these cheaper games. You're gonna find hundreds of these games, hundreds of them, and they're all super cheap. But they've also got a lot down here. Well, you guys know it. I've done the video. All right, guys. I'm gonna check out what we got here, and I'll be right back. Guys, nothing new here. However, I found an incredibly cool game. I'm not gonna buy it, but I want to show you the cover of it. I've never seen this on any video game, let alone one from the 80s. Isn't that cool? There we go. That is so cool for a game that came out in the 80s, maybe early 90s. Very cool. Okay, nothing in there. I'm not really looking for anything anymore, to be honest with you. I want to, there's two games that I'm looking for. Layla. I've actually found that game for 50 bucks. That's a pretty damn good price because everywhere else is around 90. The only games I'm really looking for are Layla and Mortal Kombat. That's about it, really. So just browsing. What I am interested in though is the guidebooks. There's so many guidebooks for these old games, and it's just fantastic, you know, seeing all the art. Like the guidebook that I picked up for Ultraman is essentially a comic book. Not only does it have all of the gameplay and how to play it, but it has a section, a detailed section on every single monster with photos from the show and everything like that. They're very cool. And if you find a game, if you find a manual guidebook, you find a guidebook for a game that's not super popular, you can get them for $4 or $5. Like for example, the Resident Evil Nemesis guide that I got was $2. Really good. So let's go to Trader. Let's see if they have any new box N64 stuff. Oh, you know what? There is one N64 game. I don't know what it's called because it's in pure Japanese. It's a horror game. It's a survival horror game, except it's done like a story. So there's no actual, how do I explain it? It's like a visual novel, but you make the decisions. It's like a choose your own journey book, you know? That looks very cool because it's a survival horror. You're on an abandoned cruise ship. It looks spooky as hell. Just like in Resident Evil, all of the backgrounds are all like pre-rendered and stuff. Very cool. So if I get a little bit of money for my birthday, if I sell a couple photos, anything like that while I'm here, that'll definitely be something I want to get. Let's go upstairs and see if we can find something. Okay, guys. So while Sunday is like the best time to come down to Akihabara, because they close down the street, right? You can take great photos, everything like that. The one thing that sucks about Sunday is all of the shops are super packed with people, just super packed. So be prepared to get your shoulders in tight because there's probably 15,000 people walking around, and you can just imagine how many of them go into the stores. Either way, let's flip the camera and see if there's any new Nintendo 64 stuff. All right, this box art scares the hell out of me. Is that not creepy as hell? Is that not like a sleep paralysis demon that you would see at the end of your bed? Very spooky. Okay, let's see what... This is the game I was talking about. This is the game. So, you're on an abandoned cruise ship, and as you can see, it's all in Japanese, but each one of these lines is a different option that you can pick. So, here it's boxed for 60 bucks, On price charting, it's worth about 90, so that's a really good price. However, I really need to save my money right now because Megumi and I are we're going to Osaka and Kyoto, and I need to make sure that I have enough money for that. However, when I get back from Kyoto and I'm heading back to Canada, if I can afford this, I'll definitely pick this up. I think that'd be a very, very cool stream. But they got some good stuff here. Very busy though. Lots of Game Boy Advance. Yeah, here's the shogi games. I'll buy the shogi games, but only if... Actually, you know what? I'm gonna pick this one up. Under 10 bucks. That's pretty good. I need 5 more to complete my collection. Actually, you know what? I'll wait until I get back from Osaka. I only need 5 more to complete my collection, and then I will have 40 of them. And if you're wondering, guys, I accidentally pressed the record button. If you're wondering why I am collecting so many of the same game, just for a meme. It's just for a meme. I have a display, like a hanger display, and you can display how many 40 games in it, right? And when I set up my entire game room, I want that one to be right in the middle, all shogi games, just for the meme. So people see it in my background and they say, what the hell is that? Why do you have so many of those games? It's just because it's funny, and because it's such a strange game to be released as like a launch title, you know? You have this brand new 3D console coming out, and you can make anything. It's 3D, but you decided to make a shogi game for a release title. It's so funny to me. And it would make sense if it sold really well and like people actually wanted it, but nobody wanted it. Within like 3 months, they were selling it for $5. Either way, I'm gonna head out of here. There's nothing in here. Oh, you know what? There's another game here that I'm very excited. Shadowgate 64. This is a game where you basically are stuck in a castle and you have to escape, and very cool. And my friend Bouncer Bex on YouTube picked it up for me for when I get back in Canada, so I just want to say thanks a million, Bex. All right, guys. Okay, yeah. So I didn't find anything in there. Actually, I did find a cool Resident Evil 3 guidebook, a different one that I got for $2, but I didn't pick it up. I just realized I can't keep buying books because books are heavy, and I have a certain weight limit for my luggage and stuff for when I go back. And if you go over your weight limit on a plane, they'll charge you like 200 American dollars for it, for like an extra 3 pounds, you know? So I gotta make sure that I don't buy too many books. Either way, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take a look for that store. I'm not too sure where it is. I know it's in the area. But I might go to Super Potato first. I am looking for the Mortal Kombat games, whether they're on the Game Boy or the Super Nintendo. I want to get the Game Boy games just because they're terribly bad. You know, I think it would be a funny stream to play a terribly bad fighting game. Yeah. Either way, I'm just going to quickly have a smoke, and then we will continue on our adventure. We'll probably go into some of the electronic shops as well. All right, guys, I found the store. Now, I walk by this store nearly every day, but on the ground floor, it's just like a toy store, you know? So I've never really looked into it, but apparently on the 3rd floor is a video game store. So let's go check that out. Are you allowed to film in here? Are you allowed to film in here? No. Damn it! You're not allowed to film in a lot of these places. And guys, make foreigners look good. Don't break the rules. There's so many people breaking the rules around here. I know that it would be excellent for the video, but guys, come on. If there's a rule, you know, stick by it. Don't make all of the foreigners, don't make all the foreign content creators look bad, you know? Okay, I'm gonna go check it out, and maybe I'll ask if I can film, but we'll see. Okay, so that store was cool. It's called Maradake, right here. But I can't recommend it. The prices there were astronomical. Easily the most expensive place I've ever been to. Way more expensive than Super Potato, and Super Potato's already really expensive. For example, you know how I have a sealed, not a sealed, but you know how I have a complete in-box copy of Hitler no Fugatsu? Well, there they were selling it for $680. And Megumi, my girlfriend, got me that for Christmas. And there is no way that she spent that much money on that. Even on price charting, it says it's worth about 300. Yeah, and they had it for about 660. Very good selection. If you are looking for box stuff, they have a ton of box stuff. They have a ton of super rare stuff too, but again, I can't recommend it. It's just way too expensive. Way too expensive. All right, two more stops. So what I gotta do is I gotta do my daily, not my daily, but what is this person doing? They're just standing in front of the car? What an idiot. I'm gonna do my daily stop in at Super Potato, see if I can find anything interesting, and say hello to the people. You know, they're very cool. They give me free stuff. They give me the shogi game that I'm looking for. Now keep in mind, it's not very expensive. They're like $2 each, but every time I come in, they're like, oh, we have something for you. Very nice, very nice. Maybe I can speak to the manager and they'll let me do an interview with them, just like I did at Retro Game Camp. Either way, I'm gonna go do that, and then I'm gonna head over to Don Quixote. And then for the last thing that we're going to do while we're in Akihabara is we're gonna go over to the spooky vending machine corner, and we're gonna grab some popcorn. The popcorn machine got fixed as of last week at least. Hopefully it's not broken again, but we're gonna do that. Then I'm gonna jump over to Don Quixote. You can't film in Don Quixote, and my battery's kind of running low, and we still gotta go to Shinjuku tonight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug my phone in and do all my shopping and stuff like that, and then I'll have more battery power. So guys, stick with me. If I find something interesting in Super Potato, I'll show you, but if not, next time you see me, we'll be jumping on the train. All right guys, so I'm all done in there. One thing I gotta say, and I say it so many times, and I don't mean to like be a bully or anything, but guys, please have a shower before you go out into public, please. You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with bringing a stick of deodorant with you and freshening up a little bit, because I'm telling you, you walk around these game stores, like I had to leave that game store simply because of the smell. And I really don't want to be dramatic, and I really don't want to sound like a bully or anything, but oh my god, guys, there were people in there that smelled so bad that they didn't even smell like body odor anymore. They smelled like mildew, you know? And once you graduate from stinking like body odor all the way up to mildew, that is the most disgusting thing ever. And the thing that drives me nuts about it is it's only the white people. Like, I'm not trying to be racist or anything like that, but I've been in these stores that are just packed with Japanese people, and you're fine, right? But the moment that all of the tourists come in and all of the foreigners come in, the smell is just unbelievable. Guys, it's not hard to have a shower before you go out in public. It's not hard to bring a stick of deodorant with you. You know what I mean? Everyone, if it's a hot day, it's not even a hot day today. There's no excuse. It's a cool, gray day. There's no excuse to stink that bad. So guys, please, if you're going into these places, have a shower first for the benefit of everybody. Same thing goes with on a plane. If you're about to go on a plane, don't stay up all night and then get on a plane in the early morning, because you know what happens when you stay up all night and then you have to do stuff? You profusely sweat. Oh my god, it drives me. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm really sorry for the rant, but oh my god, you will smell smells that you have never smelt before, and you will smell smells that you have smelt before, and you know exactly what it is. It's so gross. All right guys, what I'm gonna do now, I'm just gonna chill out for a bit. I'm gonna go over to Don Quixote and get some bath stuff, and then after, we are headed to Shinjuku. It's gonna be an awesome night down there. We're gonna go to the arcade. It's going to be a lot of fun. So guys, stick with me. I'm gonna throw my phone in my bag, charge it up, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, my friends, I've got a little bit of bad news. I just got a weather warning on my phone. You can hear the wind probably. I just got a weather warning on my phone, and there's going to be a severe thunder and lightning storm. It's already starting to rain, and that means that I'm not going to be able to adventure all over Shinjuku tonight. As you can see, it's starting to rain already. The problem is, I don't really mind the rain per se. The rain, I can just grab an umbrella from the store for $5, not a big deal. However, the thunder and the lightning, it scares the shit out of me. And not because I'm scared of thunder or lightning, it's because loud noises, I'm really, because of my PTSD, I'm very sensitive to loud noises. So I really don't want to be walking around and then having a panic attack every time the thunder hits and the lightning hits, stuff like that. I also don't want to be walking around the entire time, like, anticipating for it to come. So, guys, other than that, I'm still here in Akihabara. It's been a really wonderful day. I'll have to split this vlog up into 2 different vlogs, unfortunately. But guys, I hope you had fun today. This video was brought to you by the Alternation in Orangeville, Ontario. If you are in the Greater Toronto area and you want to shop at an incredibly cool store, they've got so much cool stuff, guys. They've got clothing from all over the world. They've got band t-shirts, music merchandise, like not instruments or anything, but band t-shirts, band sweaters, stuff like that. They do piercing there. They have a tattoo shop there. They have a grow shop there. If you are in Canada, it's completely legal to grow your own plants. They're a great store. I used to work there for about 6 years, and they're really nice people. The owner, Shane, if you're watching, I really appreciate you. Stop by the shop, say hello, tell them I sent you. I'm sure they'll treat you very nicely. Other than that, guys, check out my Patreon. I would really appreciate it. Check out my photos. I've worked really hard on them. Even if I just get a little bit of feedback on them, that would be wonderful. I haven't gotten any feedback on them at all, so I would love for you guys to check it out. I also have some great membership rewards. I'm not just a Patreon guy who says I'll put you in the credits. You will be in the credits, but I have some great rewards to send out. So, guys, other than that, I'm signing out from Akihabara. Thank you so much for watching my vlog. It means the world to me. And we'll see you next week with a great adventure. Bye!
Thank you for watching そばリビング